Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all once again watching Astroteric TV. I'll be your one and only host, the Astro Guru. And it wouldn't be Astroteric TV without the gra. Now, today's topic of discussion is don't burn sage, become a sage. Now, everybody does not have this ability, but for those who are spiritually inclined, have mental fortitude and dexterity, you can become a sage, okay? I understand the benefits of burning sage, but that's for the people that cannot go within as of the moment, okay? That's like a little helper. It's like you want your car to go faster, sage will be like nitrous oxide. Okay? Now, sometimes we all need help in this spiritual battle. However, there's some of those that, we get our help from the divine only. So, those are the people that become sages, the people that do extensive meditations, the people that do extensive research. You can become a sage. Now, what is a sage? It's a person of sound judgment. For those that, watching Naruto, anime, they know what sage mode is, where it becomes hard for you to make a wrong decision. Every decision you make may not be right, but what I mean by it becomes hard for you to make a wrong decision, when you give things that could possibly be negative a lot more thought than you naturally would, which helps you make better decisions and become a person of sound judgment. Now, the only way that this works is by you going within and taking the necessary time to figure and find out situations one at a time. Cannot have too much on your plate when you're doing things like being a sage, because you handle things literally one at a time, so as to not clutter your life with decisions like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, just one at a time. I have a saying that goes, just take the first step. So, if you can find a solution to just one of your problems, that now allows you time to figure out a solution to another problem. Now, the thing about being a sage is, you figure out the solution to your own problems fairly easily. So you now have time and room to help other people find solutions to their problems. Which is why, instead of burning sage and getting rid of the demons and things like that, trying to center yourself and protect your home from negative energy, you become a sage. And when the right spirit walks in, the wrong spirits get nervous. So that's something else you'll have to deal with on this spiritual journey that we've embarked on together. Now, I also believe no one is better than anyone else. So, through the right education and the correct application, we can all be sages. However, some people do not like to do the inner work. So, we find shortcuts, cheat codes, help in the form of other spiritual beings, and we like to create this harmonious community of people, workers dark and light. Now, pardon. Now, I am currently not in sage mode, which is what allows me to talk about this. Because if I was in sage mode, I'd be either A, fixing someone else's problems, or B, just simply meditating and awaiting for the next solution. to a problem that either I may have or someone in my company may have. Now, I said I'm not in sage mode right now because I'm not helping people solve problems right now, which is also what allows me to talk about sage mode, because in sage mode, I'm very, very quiet. Now, pardon me. Now, burning sage is beneficial because, as we've said before, it helps rid the area of negative energy. Now, negative energy, just as positive energy, is beneficial in some circumstances and situations. We clear our energy of negative, we clear ourselves of negative energy and our areas of negative energy so that we can better pinpoint negative energy when it arrives. Because if you're in a negative setting, then guess what? You will attract and draw negative things to you, and you will blame those things for being negative, when in all actuality, it's either you who's harboring bad energy, or it could be your area that you have not cleansed that is harboring bad energy. Now, when I say your area, I mean things like some people have their houses built brand new from the ground up, meaning it has never had a previous owner. So no energy has been expelled in that area. Now, when you buy a house that has had a previous owner, just think about the fact that the previous owner has probably had arguments in their house. They've had holidays in their house. They've birthed children and brought them home to that house. So when they move out or when they leave, that area still harbors their energy. Now, the only reason why we call that energy negative is because it may not be conducive to you. So the person moving in. Now, that is a reason to burn sage, to cleanse the area, say your prayers, make a ritual, whatever it is that you do. Now, whatever it is that you believe in. Now, after cleansing your area, your community, your home, your abode, your room, your dwelling, wherever it is that you reside, wherever it is that you lay your head. After cleansing your energy, that area, whichever it may be for you, the next step is to replenish the energy with energy that you would like. So, if you move into a home and you sage, you cleanse the energy. The next step is to invite people over whom you deem as positive. When you do this, it replaces the energy that you just cleansed from the area with a new energy. So you cater to a different side of yourself than the one that you previously felt, and the energy you previously felt. So if you move into a place and the energy feels heavy, you know, some people have died in houses, things like that. They may renovate, and you come, you buy the house. You don't know someone may have died in this house. They're not going to tell you that. That would drive the price down. That would, make the market possibly not want the house. So they'll withhold this information from you. But to protect yourself in any and every situation, you sage, you say your prayer, you do your ritual. Now, immediately after that, this is why we have housewarmings and things like that. You invite people over, once again, whom you deem as positive. They come, they fill your place with positive energy to replace the energy that you just, released, the energy that you just chased out. And now you are on the road to building your own home, abode, dwelling, whatever it is. You have now replaced their energy with your energy, and it should be a more harmonious effort moving forward in whatever place that you reside. And some places that we move are temporary. So I'm not going to do too much to make a place that I'm not going to reside in permanently positive, simply because that is a waste of energy. You can make it as positive as you'd like to be, as you'd like it to be while you were there, but don't overdo it. So this is things like burning incense in places that, you know, if you live with someone else and they're not as clean as you'd like them to be, instead of creating a situation where it's an argument about who's more cleanly or why this person doesn't clean and things like that, we'll never get to the bottom of that sometimes. You just be the cleanest version of yourself. This is how we lead by example. This is how we be the change that you want to see. And hopefully it will rub off on the next person, because that is also how energy works, which is why we cleanse and burn sage. But you can do this on your own. Everything that can be done on earth physically that has something that you can see starts with the spirit. So if your spirit wants to be more positive and it wants negative energy from around it, but you aren't spiritually strong enough to do it yourself, burn sage. However, this video is about you becoming sage, where you will move 24/7 in a space of mental and sound judgment. It does not matter if you are inebriated. It doesn't matter if you're under the influence. The decision that you will make will be sound for your safety and protection against negative forces or evil forces that may try to harm you. So, with that being said, moral of the story is, do more meditation and figure out what it is that you need to take care of spiritually so that you can live a better life physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. And from there, you will be on the first steps to becoming a sage. The more you do this, the better your decisions will be, the more sound your judgment will become. Now, this does not make you exempt from making the wrong decision. This does not do that. However, when you become a sage and you make what we deem as a what you may deem as a wrong decision, no, let's not say we, because sages don't worry about the world. They worry about their inner G. They worry about whom they are and whom they can be to the world, because guess what? Once I leave, the world will still be here. So the world will be able to differentiate and process information that has been here before. That's why we have history. However, your story is the mystery. So when writing the chapters of your book of life, in order for it to accurately happen the way you see it written, or the way you have written, what you must do is become a sage. Because you have to be patient, you have to be mentally attentive, you have to have body, mind, and soul all reside in the same area for an extended period of time, in which you will become comfortable in your own skin. And no decision that you make will seem like a wrong one, because it will all be beneficial to your future, or to the future. Because although you have a future, the world has a future too. And you are part of that future of the world. Hey, you are part of people's memories. You are part of people's experiences. You are part of people's lives. no matter the age. A newborn baby can have a great effect on the mother that was to birth it, on the father. The baby doesn't even have to be a month old. The baby is making impressions on people's lives from the womb. You understand? So, things that you cannot see, the intangibles of life, experiences, as well as just the night and day of life. Okay, my boss has an effect on how I do my job. My wife will have an effect on how I live my life. So as much as you plan things and as much as you want things to go your way, understand that there are people involved in that do not even know your agenda. When you decide to go to the bank and ask the teller for $10,000 out of your account, understand, although you may have planned last night to go to the bank to get money out, the teller did not expect you specifically to come to the bank. Which is why it helps to become a sage. Because then you can handle interactions with new beings better than you did with the old beings. You can handle new interactions with old beings better than you once did. In which we call this growth. Sage mode would be the end of your growth. Now, we're always growing, so you can become a better and better and better sage. But you will not pass the level of sage on this 3D realm. Now, none of us are the God, but we can become a God, in which that will not last as long as... You can't be a God your whole life, okay? The same way that money fluctuates and weight fluctuates is the same way that we go up and down in vibrations. So you can be a God today, a king tomorrow. You can be a human today, a peasant tomorrow. You can be a peasant today, a king tomorrow. But these realms that we inhabit are simply for the growth of the spirit, so that you can learn better for the next level. Everything we learn on earth is for when we incarnate somewhere else or reincarnate for some back on earth, so that you can have a more sound mind and make better decisions no matter what walk of life you enter. Understood? Hope so. But we're back in effect. We're back in action. I'll be back posting more videos. And stay blessed. Keep God first. And don't pay attention to the BS. Over and out.